Hi guys, this is skittflash here, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. This is a re-recording. Hooray! Because apparently my computer notices that, like, you know, there's apparently to it at least, there's an intimate correlation between having bad internet and having a bad all-around computer. Like, literally, editing will fail just because the internet's bad. How those two are connected, I have no clue. My computer seems some strong connection though, apparently, so whatever. But I shouldn't be talking about that. I mean, I should. I did have a hard time commentating this part. So, on Saturdays, stuff is cheap. That's too bad, because we're not actually going to be buying anything today. We're actually going to be selling all our stuff, actually. We're going to be selling our gems for, you know, because we we need drug money to, you know, go to Game Center, or whatever the frick, it's Game Panic. So mark this day, I just sold 1,000 yen's worth of, gems. Also, I want you to take note of the date when we, like, inevitably have to use said gems, but we can't because we sold them all and then we die. Because I guarantee you that's gonna happen. But whatever, I mean, it was worth it. We got an academics boost because, we have been kind of slouching on academics. Exams are indeed coming up. And we have a pretty low academic score. I mean, I'm not gonna spend social link time just to do academic stuff, so, like, you know. Obviously, it wouldn't be as high as it could be, but just... And of course, then we study. Then we study and we become physically ill from studying. This is what not even Minato Arisato can, you know, escape the wrath that is studying. But anywho's, we got one last free day, and I oh so desperately need to sneeze. You're still tired, by the way. That's cool. I won't even bother. How did I end off last part? Now I'm curious, cause like I'm pretty sure I ended off last part on a Sunday. But here we are at a Sunday. I don't even know. Like, honestly, I could skip like 2 months ahead, and would things be that much drastically different? I mean, it would, but still, come on. So let's hang out with Maya. We can actually do that now because we have a matching Hermit Arcana, and it wouldn't be a waste just to hang out with her. So you talk to your mom, and it's always the same. Is that so? What's it about? Marry me to some dude. Why don't we get married? Heart XD LOLs. Take me, Tatsuya. Lovely. I have some spunk, yes. Do that, and I feel like the game should do more of those, but they don't because, you know, it's got to be social links have to be difficult somehow. You know, another way they arbitrarily make social links make like a lot harder than they have to be? Exams. Oh my gosh, we're doing exams. I hate exams so much. Just cause I'll explain why I'll explain why they're so offensive once you actually get to see in action why they're incredibly offensive. Oh yeah, and I guess somebody got hospitalized, but who cares? Exams, 5 minutes, 10 vocab words. It's not too hard, right? Is it? No, that would be. While going to class. You're screwed, listening and gossiping girl. Whichever one of you were actually, like, you know, doing the cramming. Cramming is such a weird concept. I've never done that before in my life. Mostly because, like, you know, we don't have to do freaking 6-day-long exams like freaking Japan has to do. So the first day is based on how well your academics ranking is, and it's not that good. We didn't know quite as much as the answers, which is unfortunate for me, good old Minato. Because that's gonna, you know, take a toll on his score. And this is why I hate exams oh so much. We did not do jack shit on May 18th. Okay? We didn't go to Tartarus, we didn't raise any of our stats, we didn't do a single social link, we just took that test, and nothing else happened. So, it's essentially a waste of an entire week. And they will ask you questions that are slightly different than very also slightly different than what they ask you in class, and I'm pretty sure they're even more different depending on if you're playing like FES or the normal one or portable. So just keep that in mind. Google is your friend, except with the first and last days, because those are based off your academics. Then that's just how well you've been doing. But yeah, like we don't do anything this entire week. Like, I understand that if we did have stuff, like if we could do stuff this entire week, we'd we'd probably max out the social links way too easily. And then we'd have like 5 extra days to do Tartarus stuff, which does actually equate to quite a lot. But still, I mean, come on. This game is pretty airtight when it comes to social links. That would be like that would be my one saving grace. I could probably actually like comfortably do it if we had time to do stuff during exams. But whatever, I ain't complaining. Is it the last day? No, it's not the last day. It's the second to last day. I don't even know. Nara. I don't know the question, I don't know the context, I don't know the answer, but Google knows the answer, and it told me to answer Nara. So, cool, I trust you, Google. Speaking of which, these are like the weird. Wouldn't this be just like the weirdest questions to ever have, like on a midterm exams? And I'm not sure how many tests there are in the game. There's either 4 or 8. 8 sounds like way too much, so I'm gonna guess it's 4. So like midterms, finals, then second midterms, and second finals. The Japanese schedule is already so much different. I don't even know what's going on to begin with. Even though I did have to do like an entire research project on that. I want to do that again just because I've been watching so much more anime and playing Persona that I actually know like little quirks that go on back in the day. So Akihiko's actually going to be coming back after today, which is lovely because that should be a nice reward for midterms. And he still wants us to be leader. Like anything would have changed anyways if he didn't want it. I mean, come on, Minato. He's a natural born leader. Minus the not talking thing, but still, I mean, come on, he's a natural badass, natural killer cyborg. No, it's someone else. So you had difficulty with the last question again, based on academics, and I'm pretty sure it curves based on what actual exams you're taking. Like if you're taking those exams at the beginning of the year, you only have to have like maybe like a level 3 or 4 ranking to actually ace it. But if you're like doing the very last one, then you need like a max academics rank to ace it. So that's it does curve. So at least the game gives you that. Not like it matters. If you're playing New Game Plus, you'll probably most likely ace it anyways, because that's one thing that you retain through New Game Plus is your 3 stats. But enough about that. Let's hang out with the elderly. Lay, you spelled it wrong. There are 2 Ks. What English word has 2 Ks right next to each other? Because like I know in Japanese that would actually be like a pretty common occurrence, but like what? I can't really think of any off the top of my head any words that's like double K right next to each other, if they even exist. I'm sure they do, but still, it's much more common in Japanese, I guess. I guess, which is an interesting question. I mean, an interesting thing to think about is that if you play a lot of video games like I do, and you don't do very much reading from books like I do, then most of the text you've ever read in your life actually is originally Japanese that has been translated into English. So you're reading like a translated language your entire life. So like that's just kind of a weird thought. But like all the little idiosyncrasies like that are in the Japanese language, somehow they must at least slightly pop up in video games. Like it's because blah blah blah. Like just small little things like that. It'd be different from like actually reading a book that was written in like English first. I mean, I'm sure there are some games that are first English, but like all the JRPGs, of course, which are the story heavy ones anyways, are the ones that would be like that. So I think that's just kind of weird. Or maybe I'm just trying to drum up small talk as to not be able to run out of commentary.
Congrats, man.
But anywho's, Akihiko's back. Lovely. And he's sounding badass and confident as always.
Shouldn't you take it easy though? You don't want.
No, he's not gonna re-injure his arm. Mostly because it was his rib that got crushed. Continuity game, continuity, and I'm talking over the cutscenes. I should probably not be doing that, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I have a disregard for everything. I love how Junpei said that. Like, yeah. Anyways, Fuka. Okay, that sounds like a nice name. Obviously, another girl to add to Minato's harem, of course. But anywho's, yes, I never understood the concept of like sickly people who like never go to school ever. Like, that's sort of that seems more like an anime thing. It doesn't really exist in like I can't think of anything in our school who's ever done that. I mean, there's a ton of kids who like just bail school for the sake of bailing school, but not because they're like been sick for 2 million years. And he was gonna offer private lessons, or lessons about privates. Who knows? Yeah. I just love how Junpei. I do a horrible impression, but yeah, damn. Junpei, man, you're such a bro. Maybe not as much as a bro as Broske, but still, he's pretty up there on the bro charts. How can I help you? Okay, today I actually thought that you could get something by talking to Mitsuru, but apparently that's tomorrow in game day. So talking to these people, we're just going to be talking to them about Fuka. I feel the same way. Yeah, it would be nice having another girl in the dorm. Co-ed. Ja. Do you want her instead of me? Don't be crazy, Akihiko-san. Of course, because Junpei said I wanted Fuka more than me. Damn. Cold, Junpei. Totally, dude. Cha. It's the normal reaction, of course. So can I help you? Let's go to Tartarus with our new 4th party member. Lovely. This is where I really feel like the game starts to pick up more, because now that we have a 4th party member, the battles go a lot more like how they intended for them to go, because this is a 4-party system game. Not like Final Fantasy 10 or 7, or a lot of them. Final Fantasy always changes between whether or not they have 4 or 3, but no, still, this is a game with 4, and it makes things go much more smoothly when you actually do have 4, so it's a cool thing that we have 4 party members. I just love it so much. There's no one really personas that we need. We have Jack Frost, who, like, for this stage of Tartarus is, like, pretty much all you need. And I want to take that mission with a triangular sword. Yes, apparently it was tomorrow. And we actually have a Jack Frost with Dia, but since we're already undertaking 3 quests, we can't really do anything with that, of course, but like, the moment we accept it, we will actually get, our prize, so we just need to do the other quest that we've already undertaken, which involves killing people in Tartarus, which I can do. I can actually do that. I can do that with flying colors. This is where I kind of get nervous, I'm going to say, because apparently, during this fight, at a very, very specific time, like 15 minutes and something seconds, my video will always freeze, no matter what. Like, so, I'm kind of worried, so hopefully it doesn't do it today. I'm feeling lucky. Not really, I haven't changed anything, so obviously, like, doing the same thing and expecting a different result would be stupid. But anywho's, we're going to be fighting flaming tables. Lovely, they're weak to Bufu, which Jack Frost has. If we had a stronger friendship with Kenji, we might be able to have Ice Boost at this point in time, or even Bufu Law. But because our social link is fairly low, we have a fairly low Jack Frost. So that's kind of unfortunate. And, yes, Yukari can use Dia, and you know who else can use Dia? Our new-found party member, Akihiko. He has, like, strike attacks. His main hit is actually just a strike attack on itself. Anything with fist is going to be a strike attack. He's a Zio user. I love their in-game, like, little lines. And he actually is fairly alright when it comes to healing. Not as good as Yukari, but at least he can do it. You can do it, can't you, Yukari? And every time the first day he comes, like, to join you guys, he's always gonna feel great. So that's great. Greatness is a status effect that we don't really have that often, because freaking academics has been, like, ruining our sleeping time. But I'm pretty sure it increases your critical hit chance, and it might do some other good buffs, but I'm not sure what it could possibly do. So anyways, you want Jack Frost. The problem with Jack Frost is he's weak to fire, so you kind of have a double-edged sword going on. So because of that, you kind of want to play this safe. By play it safe, and you want to actually do this with a lot of boss fights that are capable of totally wrecking you. Because we can do an all-out attack, we actually don't want to do that. We actually just want to single out one enemy and attack and kill them one at a time. The problem is if we used an all-out attack, they'd all get back up, and then they would all consecutively just kill Minato. Like, at this point in time, two more Agis are enough to kill Minato, so, if 3 of them are up, the chances of me dying are actually pretty high. So you don't want that to happen. So instead, we're just, because at least in this incarnation of the game, enemies that get back up, or partners that get back up, actually can't act on the exact same turn. So we're actually, like, you know, making them waste a turn to get back up, so that's how we're gonna not die. Of course, there will be still one enemy who is up, and that's the one we attack, but, you know, still, it works. Alternatively, you could use Raccoonda, because we have a Jack Frost with Raccoonda, but, you know, let's play on the offensive. Which I do admit can be a problem with Akihiko. Because Akihiko is, like, you know, he does have healing powers and he does have attacking powers, sometimes he does one when you kind of want him to do the other. So, you know, that can kind of be a problem with, like, you know, controlled AI. But, you know, it's kind of punching a gift horse in the mouth. The fact that we have another healer is just actually a godsend, to be perfectly honest. So, you know, I'm happy about that. So we're getting very close to the point of reckoning. This is where it normally yeah, it did. It just froze again. My video just froze again. I guess Junpei being hit by the Maragi is just too much for my computer to handle, because it always freezes on that exact moment. So I sort of fixed the problem, air quotes, sort of. Really all I did was just cut out the offensive part in the video, the aforementioned point of discontinuity, that just somehow just seems to break my computer every single time. Not the most graceful solution, but honestly, it has taken me 3 days to get this single part up, guys. Seriously. 3 days! So, yeah, hopefully that won't happen next time on Let's Play Persona 3 FES. Until then, this has been skittflash. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Bye!